Hey guys, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we are going to talking about the inheritance in the PHP programming language. One of the main advantages of the object-oriented programming is ability to reuse the code, which is using in the duplications in the inheritance. The code duplications occur when a programmers write the same code more than once. A program that inherits strives to solve. In inheritance, we have a parent class with its own method and the properties, and one other class we have the child's class that will use the code of the parent class. Inheritance in the PHP object-oriented concept, which is based around the concept of the base class or the superclass, and that will derive the class or the subclass. The base class or the superclass are known as the parent classes, and or you may say that similarly the derived classes and the subclasses are known as the child classes. How? In real world features, you can see on your screen that their parents, some way in object oriented, childs are inherit these properties from his parent. You can see here. These are the parent and the child inherit his properties from the parent right here. Let us see the hairs. You can see that hair colors, then eyes, okay, from his parents, then nose, and you can see the lips and height as well. Same is the case like in programming language as well. That child class inherit all of the properties of the parent class. How? Let's just see. Here you can see that I'm just creating a PHP code and close this PHP code right here. Now here I'm just creating the class of parent. Okay, inside this class I have to write that a function, and the function here is, you may say that this is the A. Okay, then here I have to write echo, and then here I just print that parent class. So I just create the properties of the parent class right here, which is echo, and then here I have to write this parent classes right here. Now here you can see I have to create the class, and the class here is child class, and the child class extends parent class. This means that will inherit the properties of this parent class inside his function. How? Let's just see. I have to write function is B right here, and now here I have to write echo, and the echo here is I have to write that this is child class, and close this code right here. Okay, now here you will see that I have to write object which is equal to, here I just write new, and the new here is I just create the child class right here. Same is the case like our role code. Now here I just write object that will get function A, and you can also inherit functions B as well. Now with the help of this child class, I am just inheriting the properties of the parent class right here. You can see here now when I just run this into the browser. So line number 12, we have find an error right here where we have the class of parent, and then where this parent class is already reserved. So here I just write parent 1, then this is child 1, and the child 1 here as well, and the parent 1. Okay, now here you can see when I just run this code and refresh it, so you can see here I just simply inherit the parent class with the help of this child class. You can see here the architecture of right now. This is my parent class, and the properties of that, let's suppose this is a echo parent class, and I just want to get the properties of the parent class inside the child class. Simply I have to write child class extend parent, and then here I just create another function, and after that here you can see that this is the child class properties, but here when I just creating the object to it where the new and the child one right here, So I just simply get the properties of the parent class right here. Hope so you understand now with this code, okay, that how we can extend the properties of the parent and the properties of the child as well. Let us see more about that. Here you will see that I'm just creating one another class, and the class here is, let's suppose this is one another code right here with the PHP, and here I just close this code right here. And now here I am just creating the class, and the class here is, let's suppose, the car. Okay, now here I have to write private here is the model. Okay, now here you can see that this car is my base class, and the properties of this class here is private inside the class. Now here I have to write public is a function, and now I just set the model right here, and the model here is, let's suppose we have the model like this. Okay, and I am just writing a set method to it where I just set the model of this private. So I am just accessing these private attributes right here. Okay, now here you can see that I just use this keyword, and then here I have to get the model, which is equal to, I have to write the variable model right here. Okay, now after that here you can see I have to write public function, and here I have to write function a right here. Okay, now I have to return that car, and the car here is horn sound. Okay, and then here I have to concatenate this function, which is getting the model. Okay, and the empty string, and close this code right here. Now after that here I have to go to the child class. So here I have to write class, and the class here is, means this is a car, and here I have to write this is sport car. So sport car is the child of that class, and here I have to extend car right here. Okay, there is no code. I just didn't write any of the code inside this child class, just want to inherit this parent class. Okay, now here let's see. Here I have to write that this is a sport car, and the sport car here, which is equal to, I have to write new, and the new here is a sport car. I am just creating the object to it. So here I have to write S car for the sports car here. Okay, now you can see here I'm just creating the object of the child class right here, which is S car, which is equal to the new sport car. Then here I have write S car, and the S car which is setting the model right here, and the model here is, let's suppose this is BMW. Same is a case like our old code, we already studied about that. Here I just write S car, and the S car which is getting the function a right here. How you can see now, here you can see that firstly we have a parent class right here. Okay, this is the private model, okay, which is my variable here. Now here I'm just accessing this variable with the help of this set method function. Then here this is the model, which is equal to the model. Okay, then here I'm just creating a function again, and here I just return that this is the horn sound of the car, and this will get the model right here. Okay, now here I'm just creating the child class with no code, and then here I have to write S car is the object right here, and then here I have to inherit this child class. Okay, now here I'm just setting the model of that to this child class, and then S car will get the function a right here. Okay, so at that stage I am using the child class extend or child class which is inherited from the base class at that stage. Okay, here you can see that. Now here when I just run this code, so you can see here firstly that will run the horn sound, and then I will inherit this class here with the help of this code. Okay, where we have the output as the BMW, which is the set method. Hope so you understand now that how we can inherit our child class with the base class. Okay, hope so you understand now. So if you find any of the problem regarding to this lecture, please let me know, and thanks for watching this lecture.